सर्वश्रेष्ठ बाल फिल्म के पुरस्कार के लिए फिल्म गांधीयन कंपनी को स्वर्ण कमल पुरस्कार। फिल्म के निर्माता एमडी मीडिया कॉर्प पुरस्कार ग्रहण कर रहे हैं श्री महेश दानावर।
Gandhian Company is a film about changing values in contemporary society while attempting to imbibe the best ethical values in the younger generation. This is Jyotsna Hegde with NRI Pulse. Joining us today is Mahesh Danannavar, who is the producer of a very hit movie which has won several awards across several nations. And he's here in Atlanta to release his movie, Gandhi Co. Let's talk to him and find out about this movie. I have watched the trailer. Trust me, it's just such a feel-good movie. It reminds you of all the good things that you ever felt watching movie in the olden days. So, Maheshji, welcome to Atlanta.
Thank you.
So, please tell us about this movie.
So basically, originally it was made in Gujarati. It's called Gandhian Company. And when we plan to make this particular film, nowadays what happens in India is that we don't have children's movie as such. The one reason being, maybe for a producers, it's not commercially viable. People won't come and watch the film. But in Hollywood, Disney makes a lot of movies for children. And when me and director Manish Saini, we planned, okay, let's make a children film, because his previous film was a children film, and it's a family film. And Nasruddin Shah was there in the film, called Her, and it also won a national award. And he also have a passion for making children's cinema, and then we both thought, okay, let's make this particular subject, which is a really good fun film. Let's start this film. So that's how we shot the film during a second COVID time, and then we made the film. The film was ready, and then it started going to a lot of film festivals across the world. It won various awards in Czech Republic, it went to London, it went to Russia, it came to US, and a lot of festivals in Europe. And finally it won a national award, so we got a Swarna Kamal, from President of India as a best children film. And yes, so now we are ready to release the film. And initially, there's something different we are doing this time. First, we are releasing the film in US, and then eventually we'll be releasing the film in India. So in April and May, we'll be releasing the film here in US. We're starting with Atlanta, and then eventually in June end, we'll be releasing it in India.
Wonderful. Can you give us a small peek into the movie's storyline?
Okay, so basically it's about these two naughty kids, and it's for them it's all about gaming, not to study, and then just they're very naughty kids, little manipulative kids, but there is one such incident happens in their life. He supposed to be a Gandhi in one of the scene, and that's how the storyline goes. And then he tells lies, he gets into little violence, and then but that's how exactly against Gandhian principles, and how he learns and how eventually he realizes whatever he is doing is wrong. And it's a very feel good film. It's a family film with children, and it's not preachy. It's not that when we're talking about Gandhian values, people think it's a preachy film. It's not at all a preachy. It's an entertaining film, and entire family can come and watch the film. Yeah. So.
No, that's wonderful. So, when you started making the movie, you said just after COVID, right?
Right,
so,
right, yeah.
And that's when most people were recovering from. And so, how did you decide that even if it's not going to be commercially viable, I want to make this movie? What motivated you to do that?
The subject was such that I told my director Manish ki let's do this, but there is always a hesitation because during COVID, COVID just happened, and still there were a lot of restrictions were there. Even while we were shooting, there are two different groups of people, actors in the film. One is the children, and the second is a senior citizen, 60 plus. So there are two different gangs in the film, and both the entire throughout the film they are there, and both were a risky group during COVID, and we were every day we were scared, and then we were supposed to shoot only from morning 8 to evening 6. We can't do beyond that. There were so many restrictions, and but somehow that intuition was there ki this is the right time to make this particular film, and almost in 35 days we completed the shoot, and that shoot was happened in
35 days.
Yeah, in 35 days.
When did you start making it? What year was that?
It was 2021. 21 we completed the shoot, and then once the film was ready, because typically it takes 1 year to complete the film, right? From even though shoot was 35 days, but we do post-production, and then again there were COVID restrictions, and then it took 1 year for us to complete the film, and then it started traveling across the world. So typically for any film festival, they don't want the film to be premiered in their own festival in every country. So that's how we had a journey of 2 years for film festivals, and eventually after National Award, then we realized now it's a time to release. Yeah.
So Mahesh, this is movies is one of your passions,
Yeah.
but you have like the pulse of India. You have music, movies, entertainment, cricket. You're all over. So and you're like a serial entrepreneur. I read somewhere that you're also into education.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Tell us about your journey. Where did all this begin from?
Movies was like a very passion. Then nobody else is in my family from the movie, and as you know that, especially a typical middle class Indian family, movies means like we always stay away, television,
Yes.
movie. But I had a passion from childhood that I want to get into movies, but I never knew how will I get into it. And eventually I finished my graduation. I came to States to do my MBA. I did my MBA in Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Went back, started into startups, got into online education, then advertising, then eventually got into movies. So it just passion was there.
Everything was a learning process.
It was a learning process. For me, it was from zero.
Exactly.
Because I'm not from Gujarat. I'm from again Karnataka, and then being in Bombay, and I just started from zero to understand how the business works, how the movie. Because I had an MBA as a background. Again, producing a movies is nothing but a business. It's a proper business, and most of the movies, I mean, in India, in any of the languages, almost 90% of the films fail. I mean, they really don't recover their money. Only 10% recover money and make money. So it's typically a proper business, and then that's how I just got into a movie, and then movie business, and now doing good. Yeah.
So you different kind of movies too, right? Not
Right.
just Gujarati or Hindi. You've also produced a Kannada movie, Galipata too.
Yeah.
So how
So
did that happen?
so Galipata 2, eventually I sold the film only because of the COVID. In between, so I just met Yogaraj Bhatt sir, and then we just, of course, he had a franchisee called Galipata, and then I just started making the film, and then eventually I sold the film. In between, the reason was COVID. So that was a huge film. Again, being a huge film, I thought, okay, this is not a right time to, and we were not. Just COVID struck, and we all were in a lockdown, and that we have no idea what to do next, right? So then that was the only reason I thought, okay, let me get out of that particular film. So I sold the film to a different producer, and then eventually I moved on to so as of now I'm majorly making Gujarati movies, and right now one film is on floor in Marathi, and next would be in Hindi, which we might shoot in Atlanta. So we're just exploring the possibilities.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you're a Kannada person who lives in Bombay,
Right.
making Gujarati movies.
Right.
What's with the Gujarati movies?
It just happened. It was very coincidentally happened because I was just studying the market, whether to get into, because Hindi is a very huge, for a person who is just starting. Hindi, the budgets are around 100 crores. It has gone to the roofs, and I was not sure what will I do. But Gujarati, I saw there is a market, very upcoming, industry, and Marathi is also there. It's also doing well. Gujarati is also doing well from past 10 years, 10, 12 years. So I thought, why not to just start with my Gujarati films, and I just started, and my first film was a blockbuster, and then I continued doing movies there. So yeah.
So you also invested in, IPL.
Yeah, it's a BCL. It's called BCL. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's called Box Cricket League, and we haven't played from last 2 years because of the COVID. But before COVID, we played. So that's a celebrity cricket league, but only for television actors. So all the television actors play, and it's a fun, and it is again owned by Ekta Kapoor. Balaji Studios, and from past 2 years we didn't play, but yeah, I think this year we'll again be playing. Yeah.
How did that come about?
Again, because it was, it's because I'm in the same profession. I'm in a movie business, and then
The celebrity.
yeah, it's called as Box Cricket League, where both actor and actresses play, and it's a basically it's just a fun. Basically, it's a fun matches which happens, and it's telecasted in MTV and Alt Balaji basically. Yeah, and it just happened. It just happened that I just met them. I really liked the concept, and I just got into it. So yeah.
You're also an author, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that. How did you find time to author?
No, that was a very long back. I wrote after MBA. I had that when I that was just before I got into movie business, because I was starting up, and then I had a lot of online education I was doing, and so that was the time when I wrote this particular book called Starting Up, and yeah, that was it. But it was a little long time, yeah. Yeah, but I had time. I had a little time at that point of time. It was for the people who just want to start business in India and how to start it up. Just for people fresh out of college, I just wrote that particular book for, yeah.
So you're interested in education also, I understand?
Yeah, because what happens is when we talk about movies, especially for children, education for children, I'm working on a startup right now. Again, revolving around entertainment and education, because for nowadays what happens is kids are so get influenced by movies. If we see a lot of films, usually kids get influenced by the violence and then so many things in the movies, and it's a very easy for them to catch. But making good content for children is something which is and they also do, because they have more screen time every time they are on phone, and in phone, when a kid would get into something else, we have no idea. So that's the only reason I'm trying to create content revolving around kids. Especially the film is also revolves around kids, and then in future I'm working on a startup which is revolving around kids, and we might launch it soon. But again, it's entertainment and education what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Wonderful. See, that makes perfect sense for a movie like Gandhi,
Gandhi.
where the inspiration for a movie
Yes.
like Gandhian Co comes
Exactly.
from. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, well, we wish you all the best for this movie,
Thank
and we hope you shoot more in Atlanta. And well, when you premiere, I hope all our audience can come watch the movie. It is really a great movie. So,
Thank you.
yeah, best of wishes. Thank you for talking to us
Thank
today.
you for having me here. And I think we are starting our shows in Atlanta from April 20th, and we'll be doing a lot of shows here. And please come and watch the film in Atlanta. Where yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
ગઈ મેચની જેમ જ આ મેચ પણ રોમાંચક થઈ ગઈ છે. હવે જુનિયર ટીમને જરૂર છે 2 બોલમાં 52 રન. મિન્ટુ 2 બોલમાં ખાલી 52 જ રન છે. મારી નાખ.
અરે આમ નો યાર બરોબર નવા રૂલ કાઢે છે આ લોકો.
કાલે નવા સમાચાર આવશે. એક બોલમાં સેન્ચુરી. જોજો.
તે ક્લાસનો મોનિટર કોને બનવું છે? અને તું તો રહેવા જ દે. સ્કૂલમાં ટાઈમ પર આવતો તો છે નહીં તું.
સર મોનિટર બનીશ તો હું રોજ ટાઈમ પર આવીશ. મે કમિંગ સર.
જો ગાંધી બાપુ પણ નાના હતા ને ત્યારે એમણે ચોરીઓ કરી હતી, જૂઠું બોલ્યા હતા. આ લોકો સુધરશે.
તમારા બંને દોસ્ત બધા સબ્જેક્ટમાં ફેલ થઈ ગયા છે. તમને ગળા કાકા દેખાય. હા, ભણું જ છું.
તો સુધારીને બતાવો.
ચાલો.
તો લાગી 100 રૂપિયાની શરત.
હા ચાલો 100 રૂપિયા છે.
વાહ, થઈ ગયું કામ.
સારું થયું.
ચાંદો ઉગ્યો ચોકમાં
હીરો બનતો હતો ને, હવે નીચે આવ.
राधा ये क्या किया મારું પોતી પેલું અત્યાચાર જે આપણને શીખવાડે છે કે લડવું જરૂરી નથી, વાતચીતથી પણ નિર્ણય લઈ શકાય.
એવરીબડી ચાંદો ઉગ્યો ચાંદો ઉગ્યો ચાંદો ઉગ્યો ચોકમાં ચાંદો ઉગ્યો ચાંદો ઉગ્યો ચાંદો ઉગ્યો ચોકમાં
આપણે અત્યાચારની વિરુદ્ધ અવાજ ઉઠાવવો પડશે. તો ના બોલ્યા તો કોઈ બીજું મોટર બની જશે. આપણે ગાંધીના રસ્તે જઈશું. એ ખબર નથી પડતી સત્યાગ્રહ ચાલે છે. ખચાર ખચાર. હા
ચાંદો ઉગ્યો ચોકમાં